So I'm like, we need to get this like moving because like it's gonna come pretty soon. So I'm like quiet and like all of a sudden I realize like I need to get up and go. So I'm like, does anybody know where the bathroom is? And they're like, oh, I don't know where it is in this building. And I didn't know where it was either.
What building were you in?
So I was in school of management, but you know like how it's two separate buildings that's right next to each other? So I'm like, okay, I'll go in the other one. I go down there and the class is about to start. So everybody's going to the bathroom. So I'm like, fuck. Like, I don't think I can walk all the way to Innovation. So I start walking to Innovation. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, I've never had to shit so bad in my life. And it was like, I seriously, like, you guys, like, first of all, I don't take shits in public places like at all. Like, I've never done it before. So I'm like, fuck, now I have to go to Innovation. And like I don't run, by the way, for those of you that don't know. I was running to Innovation, and I had to shit so bad I had to stop running. So I had to walk. And like all of a sudden, like I stopped, and I'm like, I can't walk anymore. So I seriously, like I swear on my life, I seriously contemplated like taking a shit behind the engineering building. Like I was so serious. I knew you guys would love this story. This shit never happens to me. Stuff like this never happens to me. So I was like, oh my god, I can't do that. Like I seriously like I thought I was shitting in my pants. So I was like, oh my god, like I need to hurry up. So I make it to Innovation. And I go in the stall, there's like two people in there, so I'm like, okay, fine. And then I go in the stall, like the handicap one, and like...
Of course, the biggest one.
I sit down, and I'm like, fuck, like, it's explosive diarrhea. I'm like, oh my god. Like, this is why I don't even take shits in public places. And then, oh my god, this is so awful. And then, in the middle of that, like, these people aren't leaving, so I'm like, fuck. Like, I can't hold it anymore. So, like, that part is done with. Like, it's coming. So, all of a sudden, while I'm taking a shit, in the middle of it, I get a Charlie horse in my leg. And I'm like, fuck. And I guess, like, I'm positioning my body in such a weird way that I get a Charlie horse in the other leg while taking a shit in public. So I'm probably making the most awkward noises and positioning my body in like the most awkward places while having explosive diarrhea. And that's my story.
Dude, what did they say when you went back to your meeting?
They didn't say anything. I was seriously gone for like 30 minutes. It was the worst experience of my life. And my legs still hurt.